Hello,
Is that you? Choco.
hello, hello.
Hello. Yeah, sorry, I activated the everything takes longer button. um, but yeah, once basic is in here. Oh, there's Boysick. Hooray. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Basic.
There's Boysick.
Hello. There we go.
Yes. We're all various flavors of
Oh my god.
tired and sleep deprived, but here we are.
I fell asleep for 10 minutes. I was like, wait, I
Yeah.
can't do that.
I had to elbow drop you in the neck while things were going. Pigeon,
Thanks.
they shouted you out. The slick shot
Yeah,
devs.
Pigeon. Shout out Pigeon for being awesome.
Hell yeah, Pigeon.
Creating so many games. How are you, Choco? How are you doing today?
Uh, I I was hanging like a metronome between very hungry and have eaten too much, and now I can't sleep.
Oh, that's
But,
such a mood,
Oh
man.
no, bruh.
So now you just don't know what to.
but I've hit a banger artwork idea, so I'm very satisfied.
That's awesome. That's
Ooh.
awesome. Okay, well it's time to set up. We have the Moonlight Fire devs here, except for JonathanJogy and
No.
HC1.
So I had like half the people.
Yeah.
Well,
Counting me in as a dev is a bit of a stretch, but
yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool though. I really appreciate your involvement. HC1 unfortunately I couldn't get a hold of, and we've had some logistical issues there, but all right, I'm gonna go ahead and set this up. Thumbnail. I'll try to speedrun this because, you know, it is our game after all. Let's see.
True. It is our game.
Hooray.
Okay.
Okay. I was trying to do this at first, but since we're this late, it's just like, okay, well, it's now our, HC1 is
It's
ours.
very unfortunate it happened this way, but you know,
That's just
it's happening.
The way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah,
Alrighty. Okay. There's that, and now I changed stream title.
now playing Moonlight. Moonlight what?
Oh, true. My bad. Okay.
Very German habit of me to say it like this.
Yeah. Yo, two German teams back to back. Let's go. The slick shot devs were also German. And we're gonna go ahead and just start the game because I know it does have a start screen. And we're gonna go to here and play Moonlight. I accidentally opened FL Studio somehow.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, did I just open FL or was that you?
I'm sorry, Basic. I'm a mess.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah, when you accidentally
jump scare.
Exactly. Okay, and is it okay to tag you both in the BIGMODE and Boneyard servers?
Yeah, of course. I'm fine with it.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes,
right. Interviewing.
Oh.
Hmm?
The long-awaited interview.
There's too many Chocos on this server. What the hell?
Oh, are you actually into the server?
Yeah.
Oh wow, there are
which
a lot
one
of
is the right
Chocos on.
No, not that one. Sure.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, you're not in the BIGMODE server. That's fine. Chocographix and me. I'm gonna tag myself like a weirdo. Or there, parentheses, our game. Moonlight there.
I think it's fair, considering you interviewed a bunch of other people games. This might be interesting. I think this is a very interesting, I guess, switch.
Like meta, yeah.
It's very bizarre.
When I did this with Mike, I didn't tell him I was gonna suggest it, but I was like, yeah, let's do it, and then it's like, oh, okay. Alrighty.
Yeah. No worries.
So, yeah, I think it's interesting to do the discussion on it. So let's see. Title: I'm streaming to you. Pin to the top. Thumbnail: now playing. I've tagged us all in the server.
Yeah.
And anything else? I think that should do it. I think that covers it. Okay. So yeah, this is gonna feel a bit weird, but so yeah, what brought you all to the jam this time?
Basic. It was just basic.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I blame him.
Yeah, I mean, I'll answer this one considering it's probably the easiest one to answer just out of the get-go. Just, I hang around in this server where there's interviews being held, the Boneyard a lot, which is Bone Jackal server, alongside
Yeah.
like a bunch of plethora of other cool other developers. And like Choco was saying, I brought Choco on board for this jam as well, because we needed someone who is good at the vector art graphics, just graphics overall, stuff. So, yeah, I just kind of hung, like I kind of hung around in the server, saw that you were doing like this game, saw it didn't really have much sound, and I was just literally like, oh, this looks cool. I want to work at this. This looks awesome. And then that happened like what, 5 days into the jam.
Something like that. Something like that.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's mostly it.
Yeah, it was just dutifully trying to get everything together, and then Basic comes in and it's just like, yo, this is fire. And then I was like, yeah, thank you. And then I was just like, yeah, there's still a lot to be done. So, and then you offered it on me. So,
yeah.
But Choco, so where were you, and how did you feel about being brought on board?
I was honestly a little bit taken off guard of just Basic coming to me. It's like, yo, do you wanna work on a game with us that we're already like 5-6 days in? I'm like, what the hell are you talking about, my boy? I'm in.
Let's go.
Yeah. It was a little sporadic, but I mean, I wasn't expecting to send that invite to you at all.
Yeah, it was especially is it well, like 1 a.m. or so.
Yeah, I know. I was supposed. Okay, to be fair, that was my fault because I completely forgot to send you like that invite a bit earlier. I literally just like light bulbed in my head where like, oh wait, I should have totally just done that already.
Yeah, I usually don't get much DMs, so I was like, what is Basic up to now? Why is he messaging me? Oh, he wants me to work on a game. Say less.
Yeah, actually, funny. Yeah, Perino, Choco is the artist that made the logo.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why Choco was brought on board primarily, but eventually we ended up asking for icons for stuff, which still weren't very helpful because I didn't set them up very well. But yeah,
that's okay. Choco
yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And the missing team members are HC1, who was the audio engineer at first, before Basic more or less like was there doing the rest of it. And then somebody who isn't listed, which is JonathanJogy, who is Twinkling Blimp's sibling. And they did the 3D for the Capitol building and the pillars, as well as the base humanoid model that I was using for everything. So yeah. So between us, how much time were we spending on the jam this time?
Oh man. Well, I mean, I think it's easy to say that you spent the most amount of time on this.
Yeah.
Like
for sure.
by far.
Yeah, I've never with this new feature where Discord counts the time you're in a voice chat. I just see this voice chat death or like hangout, and the title being crunch, like going up to 24 hours, 84 hours. I'm like, oh my god, this guy is still in there.
Yeah.
Okay, to be fair, it's like people cycling in and out, but yeah, I was basically like, the longest one I saw was 36. I think it got up to 80 something. But and then the second highest was like 40 something. So it was basically like this. It was like Basic. You were also slamming it pretty hard because you came on late. Bunjacks for 240.
Yeah. I had to pick up the pace like really quickly because it's like a lot of sounds in a game like this that can stack up.
Yeah. And because I would do something and then I would be working until my brain started shutting down, and then I'm like, oh fuck, I have to sleep. Okay, and then it would be us just trading that, like basically be like, okay, fuck, I have to sleep, and then I'd be like, okay, fuck, I have to sleep. So I was mostly just doing that by myself for a while because my body wouldn't let me sleep. And actually, to answer my previous question, the reason or the way that I got on this, of course, is because I've during the 2023 jam, I got on board and doing this this interview thing with all of you lovely people.
Yes.
And so we've sort of taken it as a lodestone, like a touchstone that every time that it rolls around, we sort of just like gear up and try to prove ourselves a little bit. And it's been great. It's been great for like not only leveling up our abilities, but pumping out something that's just like really cool. And you know, the deadline crunch is important for motivating creativity and stuff. So I think that definitely helped this time, because for the 2023 jam, I was working at a Starbucks. 25 jam, I was working in a university nearby, and my time was like really like just not there. And even for the 23 jam, we had 2.5 weeks, so I was foolish and I thought that I could go to the gym while working on my first ever Godot project. But this time I dedicated everything I had to it, because I actually went to sleep 3.5 hours before the jam started. I forgot to check off my alarm. I was intending to get my full 8 hours, wake up and see the jam. But no, I set an alarm for 10 minutes before the jam was going to be announced for the theme. I woke up, I saw that the theme was slick, and I was like, okay. And then I sat in my chair and I got to it immediately with my 3.5 hours. So, I don't know if I want to be a big man. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Of course you are. Yeah. Hello, Dusky. For anybody just joining, we're BIGMODE 2026 developers. We had 10 days to make a game with the theme of Slick. Joined here with the fellow MOONLIGHT developers, Basic Choco and me. Sends our 2 missing members who couldn't make it, or didn't want to. So,
we get some 07s in chat. Thank you.
Yeah. So, Choco, you were brought on board right about near the end. So, Jefferson, thank you. Yeah, I love you too, everyone. So how are the last few days for everyone? I guess for you, Choco, go first, because you were one of the later additions.
Yeah, I think it was quite beneficial that I joined pretty late, because first I wasn't really getting a good grasp of the game idea first. Also, Basic is pitched to me as Moonlight Burn. I don't know if that was a working title or not.
That's what I was pushed to me as well.
My bad.
Yeah, I've been basically thrown in the cold water with like everything. Just like, okay, we have limited time. We're like in the 6th day of development. We need a logo. Hop in. So I try to do the thing that I always do with my clients, kind of trying to squeeze the ideas out of them. But it's quite tough here, because there wasn't just like something that nails down easily and something where I'm like, oh yeah, this, I have immediately an idea of this, and this fits the game easily. And also, I've not really made logos for games yet. I think this is actually the first one. Like, I've worked for so many clients, but never really a game-related company, except one time. But I made icons similar to the ones in this game. But I was thrown in like last minute in this project, so I had to like kind of not really rush ideas, but pump out as much ideas as I quickly could, putting everything aside. That was a pretty big challenge, because it's like sometimes when clients ask you like, no, I don't really have anything like to bring to the table for inspiration. Just do what you think is cool, and then you're like totally left in the dark of like, okay, what the hell do I do now? So that was slightly the case here, to be honest, because it was just like, yeah, we need a logo. It needs to look cool and be something that relates to the game. But I also have no logo expertise, and I can't really direct you. So I basically had to suck everything out of my fingers in this short period of time.
Of course, I think that'll be the case for a lot of jams anyway. That is the case.
But I'm very satisfied with it. So it was kind of stressful that I was working on the logo, and then immediately like, oh yeah, and we need icons. Can you please do icons as well? And also we need a font. Can you pick up the font? So I was like, okay, what the fuck do I focus on now?
I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm so sorry, dude. It was, but yeah, at least you didn't really need to pick out the font. Like your font consultation was useful though, so that was good. but yeah, eternally grateful for all the hard work you put in. So thank you so much. I was surprised because Basic has been showing me your work for a little bit, and every single time I look over it, I'm just like, holy fuck, this is awesome. You know, like.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, definitely admire your work.
I glaze Choco a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, on that topic, so what are all of your experience levels in the media space like that brought you here? Because I think that's an interesting topic for you.
Just like
me specifically, or
both of you, honestly. I mean.
Okay, then Basic, go first.
You mean specifically? I guess it was my job was doing sound design and doing like music and stuff here.
Sure, just whatever got you into the space.
Well, it's honestly a bit hard for me to say because I guess technically if I were to say, I guess some of the things that really got me into like working on sounds and music in games is not something I do like on a regular. It's working with, I guess the origin for me would be there's a mod for the Binding of Isaac called Anti-Birth, which got turned into Repentance, which is one of the official DLCs. And one of the artists there, the artist that made the Anti-Birth soundtrack called Mudeth, I had like some connections with, and I did an official remix for. I guess that was kind of I just randomly hit him up for at the time. Just seemed like fun to do, but it kind of just like brought me into, doing something with games in general. That kind of sparked some interest in working on more game stuff. I had a bunch of clients, kind of just like friends from friends through that. Yeah, it just kind of started snowballing. It's kind of hard to say how it all happened for me.
Yeah.
Also, like the music I make and like on my actual account and like my actual alias, it's very techy and sound designy and very electronic music build. So
right.
I guess I kind of just like translates into like people like wanting to work with you sometimes, and it's in itself is kind of a showcase, right, of potential like skill as well, which is cool.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really hard for me to tell, to be honest, though, because I honestly genuinely have no idea how I got into this space. Like that's just my best guess, I think.
People just go basic is cracked, and then they're just.
I don't know.
No, it's really cool. Because you are a returning member with BIGMODE Jam. You were on the team winning Divine Dice last year.
Yes. Yeah, BIGMODE was like the first big thing I did, I guess, within games. Like with actual team, with like actual friends and stuff, like working on something together rather than just being like this contractor person that's just there to work on like here's some sounds you have to do and whatever, right? But this was like genuinely like the Divine Dice, which was last year's game, was kind of like my bridge into game development, like properly getting into game development, I suppose. I've done some work before that, but it was kind of just like hobbyists, kind of just messing around kind of stuff. It wasn't really supposed to be anything.
Right.
But yeah,
well,
it got me hooked on it. I love it now. I love game development stuff.
Yeah, and then you went into your first jam and you won.
I mean, for most of us, it was like our first time using an engine.
Right.
I think again, shout out Stasis for like carrying us so hard last year. But
yeah, hell yeah.
I think without his leadership, it definitely would not have gone the way it did. So I always want to shout him out for that. But
right. And then you went to GMTK.
Yeah, and then we did GMTK, but we did an entire like self-made practice jam for that as well. It was like we kind of knew what we were going into at that time, and we had a bit more like progress because everyone like made a couple little games before GMTK. So people actually understood like what to do and get out a bit more.
Yeah. This is cool because back in 2025, I didn't actually interview your team at all. I believe it might have
Yeah,
been.
no,
It was like 10-7 or something invited you, didn't he? It was something like
I
that.
think so.
Yeah. So you just kind of showed up, and then and then we just started, bullshitting and whatever.
I actually don't know it. I think it was 10-7, yeah.
Yeah. And then
Um,
I was like, "Yo, you should get your team on. We should talk about the game." And then just the logistics never panned out. So this is sort of like the redemption arc for that.
yeah, I mean, the rest of our team just kind of forgot, which is unfortunate.
Nah, it's okay. I mean they're
Yeah.
around. So,
Yeah, yeah,
hopefully we'll try next time. But
yeah. No, yeah. I'm sure they'll love to talk about this stuff.
right. And then Choco. So, I was actually kind of like worried. I was just like, "Yo, Basic is gonna reach out and then be like, yo, could you just like slap together something for us?" And I was like, "Yeah, this is like a professional. Like this guy's got clients and stuff for this. It's like."
Here's the list, buddy.
Yeah.
You have to hit this guy.
So I was wondering, what's your experience like and your relevant expertise?
First of all, I'm very, very honored being like considered a big shot in this when I consider Basic to be one of the larger shots in this. But whatever,
Hell
I don't
yeah.
want to glaze too much.
No, keep going. Come
Mutual glaze. Let's go.
For me, it kind of happened. I started making digital art out of like spite and because I wanted to make playing cards initially in 2017 or 18. I don't really remember the exact date. And there I picked up my first program and I just started creating and just basically I threw stuff at the wall and saw what would stick. And then I did that basically every day for the past more than 6 years. So it kind of grew from, I'm just doing like funny fan art of this and that to, hey, let's make some cool weekly artworks to, I'm just gonna make some custom typography to, I'm gonna make custom logos. And then people slowly started like, hey, I want you to make a poster. Hey, I want you to, I don't know, make a logo for me in album art. And then, people started coming in and like, my name is Sony Music Japan and I want you to design a merch collection. I'm like, what the
Hell yeah.
what?
Yeah,
And
that's crazy, man.
but it's pretty funny considering that I kind of have my roots in the electronic music scene. I love electronic music a lot. I mean, I know Basic from the electronic music. And I've always been a part of the scene and I've always gotten a lot of clients from that scene. But I've never really had, as I mentioned before, contacts with the game development environment. I had this studio from Washington hit me up one time. They were called, I think, Pentajoy, and they wanted me to make some icons similar again to the one that I made here. There was, I think, 8 icons. I have absolutely no idea about the state of the game, if I'm being honest, or if it ever came out. I've been paid. I basically was keeping my head out of that, and that's pretty much the only time I kind of dip my toes into the game development scene. I have to say, however, my dad is a video game developer for the very old Atari computers.
Oh.
And
Okay.
he has his own game studio as well. This is like indie game studio, and he's actually like scoring big prizes in the very small, like in the considerably small but tightly knit Atari community, with these like special contests that they do, because you're so limited in the Atari programming language and whatsoever. But he was actually teaching me programming back then, and I made like very little games with Turbo Basic, and I absolutely hated it. I hate coding. I hate coding so much. I have picked up Turbo Basic. I've picked up OpenSCAD, which basically functions like coding. I've picked up HTML5 and JavaScript, and I've never found joy. So being involved into game development, always like, okay, I'm gonna participate as long as I don't have to do any programming. So as long as you just like gonna tell me what to do, like if you need, I don't know, an SVG, I can provide you. But as soon as you're like, can you please make this file fit into this code? I'm like, okay, what the hell do I even do? Like you gotta help me.
Yeah.
But thankfully, I had the pleasure to work with very competent people, so I had not to worry about any of these implications. Also good for me. that Bonejack uses the same program as I do, still after all of these years.
Yeah.
Shout out
that's very
Inkscape.
Yep.
Everyone should download Inkscape. Everyone should tap in. Free
Yeah.
Shout out
software.
Inkscape.
Hell
Here,
yeah.
this is my bar. Because
Been using
you opened it up and I was like, holy shit, this guy uses Inkscape. Let's go.
yeah. It's
Something-
it's
the great
yeah.
spirit
It's
program.
not too many people actually know this, but I'm always rooting for free software, and I'm always trying to kind of prove to people, because there's just so many people out there that are like, oh yeah, I want to be an artist, but I don't have the money to spend on Adobe programs. I'm like, okay, buddy, have you ever picked up a pencil before? That shit is almost free.
Yeah.
So you can make anything with anything, and you can pick up a freeware program like Inkscape,
Yeah.
and with a bit of time, for some it might take months, for some it might take years, you can do awesome shit. So
I think there's
That's-
also
pretty nice.
there's something rebellious about like, going against Adobe in a way, and I kind of
Yes.
support that.
Yeah.
I've also made the experience that there's this like psyop from the bigger shots in the creative branch where they tell you, oh, if you don't know every Adobe program, you are not gonna make it in the scene. You can forget it. Pick it up.
Yeah.
Put the
Right,
price in the bag.
yeah.
And then when I actually so in late 2023 to 2024, I've
Mhm.
worked as the art director of a Danish mousepad company, where I directed the branding and design of various products, and kind of like did everything art related and design related. And all of my colleagues were using the Adobe suite, and I was just like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna stay on Inkscape, and then if my colleagues can open the file, then everything's alright, and no one ever questioned it. And whenever they saw me, like I was invited for a office tour because I was working from home, but I was invited to an office tour in their headquarters in Copenhagen. They saw me working in that program, and they just like, what the hell is this? What did you just do? And I'm like, oh yeah, this is just a basic normal feature in Inkscape. They just like, oh, you gotta tell us more about that. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because like it's like you said, like you have a pencil, you can do anything with it. Basically, it's almost free.
Yeah. It's just a like point of passion and just keeping your head in the game and just doing stuff because you're inspired and not because you think you have to do it, or because, oh yeah, being an artist makes me fame, and I cannot get myself caught with working with freeware, so I have to get every Adobe program. If people ask me what program I work with and I say Inkscape, I'm scaring the hose type shit.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels very arbitrary that people do that, but
I mean, it kind of, this like scaring the host with Inkscape, it's kind of a thing in my art academy. I just enrolled in art university, and no one's ever heard of that shit, of that program before.
Yeah.
And people look at me like a ghost when I tell them what I work in. And
I mean, it's so prejudice. There's so much prejudice against like such plugins, such software. So it's like,
I always kind of condense it for people, like when they ask me what Inkscape is, I say it's a program that probably your dad used to make birthday invitation cards for your 10th birthday when you were a child. And it's pretty much that. It's been only used for like cartography, Wikipedia flags, and pretty much what I just said. So it's like has no root in the professional graphic designer scene whatsoever. And I don't know if I can call myself a professional yet, at least by German standards, because I don't have a graduate yet. But that's entirely different kind of fish.
I mean,
I'm not gonna open.
I definitely would call you professional.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
good search, Choco.
Yeah. You've got a portfolio. You've got the repertoire. You've got the collabs. It's awesome. So definitely great to have you on board. So I guess just like to expand upon the root question here, and hopefully it's the last time I'll say it, because I don't know, it's just like it's a weird thing to brag about, or I'm not trying to brag about it, but for the last few days of the jam, it's like I said, Basic and I were trading off crashing into the ground. It was pretty wild for me. So I basically built myself a shed in my room to save on heating costs. So there's like 2 partitions surrounding my desk, and then there's a blanket over that, along with like exercise mats and insulation squares.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and then there's a space heater below my feet. So it's actually very efficient for the heating. It's like my heater used to run indefinitely, but now it runs 3 minutes per hour. So pretty nice, pretty nice. And then I made like a magnetic clasp for the door that goes into it. So when I open it, there's a sheet that engages with the magnetic clasp. And so the door basically closes itself and seals itself automatically. And I did that so that I could come in here, I could sit at my desk, and then I could just completely focus. And there's not even outside light to distract me because there's also a blackout curtain shoved over it. And for the last few days of the jam, for some reason or another, my body would not let me sleep at all. I guess the adrenaline was pumping, so I slept like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Like, one of the first nights this was happening, I was just like, I was doing the thing where I was playtesting a little bit too long, and then I wasn't playtesting at all. And then I realized nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. This means I need to sleep. I'm not tired, but I have to sleep. So he's like, okay, I'll be back. And then I just like turned around. I went to sleep. And then, yeah, I got back up and I got back to it. So I had like 10 hours of sleep between the last 3 days. And I mostly wake up and I drink a bottle of Soylent, which is 400 calories. And it's very nutritious, but you're supposed to eat more than that, more than 1 bottle. So I had like 1,200 calories. And for the final hours of the jam, when we were scrambling and everything and finally got things shipped through the door, I got up out of my chair and then I was like, why can't I move my body that well? Like my head and my muscles felt like they were being smothered by pillows. So like I very slowly shambled my way up the stairs to get myself some water and stuff, and then I came back to and then I went to sleep. Or started on the page rather, which was not that stressful. But so what about you, Basic? What were the last 3 days for, like, from your perspective?
I mean, definitely not as bad as that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. For me, it was kind of chill. I don't know. Like, it was like a lot of work, but it was kind of also necessary for me. It was kind of like I don't know. I felt like I just needed to like do longer sessions of work again, since it's been kind of a minute for me that I've like really, I guess, crunched on the project. But like, I felt like the crunch was needed because I felt a lot more alive afterwards again. I was like, oh, right, I can like just make a bunch of stuff in such a short amount of time. It's very like self-assuring, I think.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But like, I didn't really experience like so much adrenaline as you did. I mean, I kind of experienced it when like, but I experienced it for you more than I experienced it for myself. I guess. Like, yeah, it was just a bit. I was just more so worried about like you not just like dying in the middle of this.
Right. There was a detail that I forgot to add. I could physically feel my heart not working so good. So yeah, let me. I'm gonna try to not do that in the future. I was like, yeah.
Maybe talk about a little bit.
Right. Yeah, I gotta chill out.
Yeah.
But no, you're.
Yeah. Generally speaking, though, it was fun. Yeah. I don't know.
Hell yeah.
I just enjoy my time. I just, you know.
Yeah, I totally know what you mean by feeling alive too, because it's like, you know, if you spend a long time on something that you're being perfectionist about and you don't just like get something out, it's just like, am I actually capable of doing anything? And then it's like, wait, no, I can do things. That's why I'm in this position.
No, 100%. It kind of felt like an escape from just like me bashing my head against the wall on like several projects, just because it's like been going on for like a long time, and it's just like I just needed a little break, but like work break, I suppose.
Yeah. It's the difference between eustress and distress. So I learned this in psychology, but there's apparently there's distress, which will make you dysfunctional, and there's eustress, which actually motivates you. So it's just kicks you into high gear, you know. And definitely you're like, you said you were stressed on my behalf. Yeah, like when we were having to hook up all the audio and stuff, I was just like, okay, lead me by the hand, Basic. Just take the wheel. I don't know what to do.
Oh yeah, I mean, I made sure to at least think about like making it easier for you to just hook stuff up. Although,
yeah, it was awesome.
I
Gotta
don't
try this.
know.
Right. So,
Gotta try this, yeah.
yeah. So, one of the next questions I ask, which again is gonna feel weird to ask, but what do you think would change about the game if you had an extra day? What do you think everyone would be contributing?
I mean, probably just more sounds. Like, I'm just gonna be
more sounds.
very, very honest and very just like straightforward. Not much would change. I would just be making more sounds, and they would go into the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have honestly
like-
no idea what I would
Yeah, I don't know
so-
what you would do, Choco, as well.
Right. I really didn't want to ask you too much, Choco, because yeah, you're busy. You've got like school and stuff, and I didn't want to have to like, okay, what are your commission prices, Choco? So you're a true composition designer. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I try to keep it fair with my clients, and also if there's like a tighter deadline upcoming, then I usually am down to reschedule. But this is like a special exception. I'm not doing it for money. I'm doing it for the love of the game.
Hell yeah. Yeah, thank you so much for that. Your efforts
Love that.
were greatly appreciated, because it's not like basics to homie. Basics here like all the time, so it's just like, yeah, we're just friends like hammering this out, and then it's just like I just met you, and it's just like, yeah, you're chill. You're like a really cool guy, but like I don't want to like, hey guy I just met, please do a bunch of shit for me. You know?
Yeah.
So
No,
I
the
mean,
thing is,
Yeah.
I'm a super chronically online person, so I can kind of get acclimated with people very well, especially if you're like a fan of Basic. Basic is a good friend of mine, so I wouldn't think like Basic draws me into like some exploitative like relationship whatsoever. So I think like if Basic invites me to this, I better prepare and just crack my knuckles and get into this. So of course, if you're like just gonna like just draw me work and it's like, oh yeah, we have day 6 out of I don't know how much days the game dev
9 days.
jam went.
yeah, 9ish,
Yeah, we are
10ish,
just
something around there.
hitting you up at day 6 of 9, and we're gonna just do you this and this and this. Then I would be kind of okay, what? But it was fairly doable for me, the workload.
Hell yeah.
I have the great this great way of doing stuff, like in this particular case, because I post so much art, I basically always have assets lying around that I have my whole rights to use. I can basically make my own sample packs that I can then sort of not really exploit, but expand upon for work that has like really tough deadlines, like this one, for example.
No, yeah, I mean that's totally fine.
And I mean, in the end, I was pretty chill, because the most time-consuming element in a collab commission whatsoever is always I've never been proven wrong, is the communication with the client. I have people coming up to me like, yo, Shoko, I need a cover art in 2 days. Okay, here's the stuff, here's the briefing. Okay, please gonna respond soon, send me drafts whatsoever. And then I'm just gonna, oh shit, deadline in 2 days. Okay, I'm gonna better start working. And then I'm working my ass off, sending drafts for review at nothing for like 7 days. And then 7 days they come back oh yeah, we take sketch 1. So I always explain to people who wanna work with me on a time sensitive, like, oh, we need this by March. Can you do that? I'm like, that depends entirely on you. And because we're all trapped in this voice chat. We're all trapped in this voice chat for the game jam, and everyone's logged in and like responsive. I can just like hop on and just like, yo, Bonejack, what do you think of this logo? And you're just like, okay, give me a moment. Okay, looks ass. Next one. So I can immediately turn work into feedback, into like expand upon the work, and not just like send it back and like, oh, the guy's probably asleep, and then he's gotta attend school, and then oh my god, I have to wait like 10 days. Because the most annoying part of commissions, I'm gonna be really honest, is picking up work, putting it down, putting it down. I like to do stuff in like one go and then not talk about it again. So when I have clients that are super unresponsive and like do not reply to my DMs whatsoever, and I always have to like, yo, you said deadline is Sunday, and we have Saturday evening now. What do you want? What do we do? And they just don't respond. that's like the exact opposite what we have here. So I was pretty chilled out. So I was like, okay, I have to do a logo, probably some fonts, but if I'm in VC, I can focus putting on some vinyl records in the background. It's probably gonna be fine. I'm chill.
That's awesome. What were you listening to actually at the time? What kind of stuff were you spinning?
It depends highly on the daytime. On the in the morning, I sometimes put on a little bit of electro house, and then in the evening, I put on my jazz fusion and trumpet jazz collection. Big fan. Also, sometimes I put on ambient, but like not the basic probably knows, but I'm gonna talk about the ambient that dishwashers
That
do.
might not even be that far off.
Not the dishwasher ambient, but rather the Tim Hacker ambient. But
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, because you mentioned that, and you had some vinyls that you had recently procured, and we were sort of hearing that, and it was really cool.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Also, I want to.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I'm very appreciative of like everyone in the, well, most people in the team, I would say, for being like super on board with and constantly like being able to like get contacted and stuff. It is one of the, probably I would say one of the most important aspects of like a good team in general, especially for a jam. I think being able to contact each other and like just being there and like responsive and stuff, communication. Yeah, there you go.
Right.
Is absolutely key. Like Magnus saying as well.
Yeah.
It is so important for this stuff. You don't have the time to like just like not communicate. Like you have to communicate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like when you were laying out the client requirements, Choco, it's just like, oh yeah, okay, this guy knows how to do this, so I'm gonna try to do right by you, because anytime that you contacted me, I was like, okay, I must drop everything that I'm doing. I have to make sure that Choco has like the delegation.
That makes life for me much easier. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. I know how it is. Like I've been friends with a lot of artists who do commissions and stuff. So it's. Yeah, the non-communicative client is just like, I can't do this. I can't do this. What's happening? What am I doing? But yeah, it's also just streamlined, because like if I did spin my wheels and I just didn't contact you, then we would be, you would be crunching extra hard, I'd be crunching extra hard. It just doesn't make any sense. We just gotta get it done.
Yeah, no, 100%.
It's just like nice to know that my time is being respected.
Yeah, of course. So yeah.
And also, a thing that I want to mention really quick, because I actually forgot it, because it was so not rushed, but it was in a similar crunch, and I just completely forgot about it. I was talking about how I barely had like any sort of experience or touch with game dev. I actually just remembered I was working on a game dev jam, I think last year, in April or May, with Dylan Tallchief.
Oh wow!
Oh shit!
Okay.
On 2 other people. I completely forgot about that, because it was just like a little game where you.
Yo, I follow that guy.
Where you dunk cookies in a cup of tea, and it's kind of like a luck-based game, because eventually the cookie will get soggy, and it will break. So you have to kind of pull it out at the right time. It's
interesting.
I have completely forgotten about that game, to be honest. But I made
like just doing game dev stuff nowadays.
Dylan is doing game dev, yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay. I haven't spoken to Dylan in like such a long time. I haven't really kept up with him.
I haven't seen a video of his in like over 2 years, I think. I don't know.
He is.
He uploads really infrequently.
He's not active in like the online like space of YouTube or something, but he is active on Discord and talks with people about game dev and art and so on.
Okay.
That makes sense.
There's like
I mean, that makes total sense for him, I think.
Yeah. He has like his small circle of friends that he talks to. And thankfully to my friend Jeb, he kind of got me in contact and invited me to the elite circle of people. Shout out Jeb.
Yeah.
Shout out Jeb.
Love Jeb.
Jeb. Hell yeah.
DJ EB. Jeb.
That's super cool.
DJ E flat.
DJ E flat.
It's a little weird to dunk cookies into tea, but you know, whatever, it's fine. Do you.
It's a British thing. Don't worry about it.
A British thing. Okay. Understood.
It's actually it's not cookies. It's biscuits.
Oh, okay. Biscuits and tea or something. I don't know.
Biscuits going back to biscuits.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm not British. Okay. Well, I think my dad was born in England or something. actually like dunking
Yeah,
cookies
cookies
in
and
tea.
tea are kind of banging.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm just the weird one. That's fine. I am the filthy American after all. But yeah, I also want to highlight the atmosphere of the Boneyard at this time, because since we're all very locked in on the BIGMODE jam, I have to imagine like the BIGMODE team doesn't really. I don't know how aware they are of us, and certainly there's some people that aren't very active on the server who are a part of it. But it's just actually kind of surreal when you think about it. It's just like 8 to 10 people cycling into the same Discord call, silently typing away at their BIGMODE jam thing, and like I'm literally doing it in the dark. It's like it's like surreal almost. It's like we're all in the same library and we're just like we're sometimes talking over each other, and it's just like really chaotic, and sometimes we have to deafen. But we're all here and we're all doing it, and it was a really cool atmosphere, I suppose. Just a very strange thing, very modern. I feel like they kind of probably appreciate you, but keeps you on arm's length. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, Fluffy joined our chat here. That was interesting. I was like, oh shit, well there it is, one of the dunk people. But anyway, yeah, no, it's super cool. So, I guess a lot of the questions that I would normally ask are literally ones reserved for me because I was mostly the lead designer.
Yes, it's true.
But let me see. Americans be dunking Oreos into milk and fat, calling BVSSIC and tea. Okay. Okay. I guess that does hurt because Oreos and milk does go hard, even though I'm not a milk drinker.
No, it does. I'm you're 100% right. It does go hard.
Okay. Okay, sarcasm. Yeah, I gotcha. So yeah, let me go ahead and start reading this, I think. So this is my description. So again, this feels weird, but how does your theme represent Slick? So I guess I'll preface this with that. I literally thought to myself, and a lot of us did think to ourselves, that the theme might be Slick. We were kind of like, no, it can't be. But what if it was? You know, so I was one of those people. I thought to myself, Slick. I've wanted to make a game that was sort of a sequel-ish to my boss rush jam, Akunomori, or Forest of Evil is the sort of the literal translation. And in that game, you run through an endless forest and you fight bosses, picking up a bunch of weapons and stuff. And the gameplay loop of it was very unique. My friend Double 45 sort of concepted the scenario for it, and then I helped expand it and direct on it into what it was then. And it's very unique because there's all this weird destructible terrain, and you engage with the environment in an interesting way. So I've always wanted to come back to the gameplay loop. But I thought to myself, Slick, well, okay, letting on a bit, I'm American, so I have to deal with American problems, and particularly the problem of, like, American fascism, which is definitely, like, an encroaching force in our politics. I don't think anybody's really denying that at this point. And in particular, we have a problem with ICE, which is one of our federal agencies that is tasked with deporting people. And deportation is a classic fascist staple, so I'm very frustrated at that.
Not good.
Yeah.
It is bad.
Yeah, so I'm really frustrated at that because, like, my mom is a first-generation, like, Filipino immigrant. And she was naturalized, and, like, this administration is talking about denaturalizing citizens, right? So, like, we're on the chopping block, and they're talking about, like, tracking political dissidents. So I really wanted to make this sort of a rage game, or I thought to myself, like, if it were Slick, I would make this game about ICE, because that's one of the first things that people's minds jump to. And not only ICE, but the other Slick thing about the American Empire is oil. We're a petrostate, right? Like, the entire world operates on our petrodollar, and our ability to control the Middle East enough to keep a hold of the value of our petrodollar. So initially, I thought to myself, okay, if it's not Slick, rather, rage game, but it's the rage of the designer. Exactly. And I guess that's how you described it. You described the game as very punk, right? So yeah, this is a punk rock game, I suppose, in a sense. So the other thing being oil, I was like, okay, if it's not Slick, I will have to explore. I have no idea what to do. But that's why I got up and I immediately started working, because it was Slick, and I thought, yeah, fuck ICE. So I got up and then I started working on my game. And early on, I tried to do this solo, and I thought to myself, this is a very, like, personal, pointed political message, which is not exactly, like, welcome in a lot of gaming spaces, but we're in the indie gaming space, so I was pleasantly surprised, because because when people ask me what I wanted this game to be, I was like, I want this game to be about doing an incredible amount of violence. Like, that's literally how I phrased it. But I didn't exactly expound upon that. It was against specifically ICE agents, or the agents of American Empire. So when I finally was like talking about it and like joking about it, because Lion actually called it. Lion was like, this game could be about like fighting ICE. And I'm like, okay, you got me. And then he was like, really? And I was like, yeah, this game is about killing ICE agents. So yeah, apparently I was worried about nothing because, you know, we're all cool here. Basic, in fact, when reaching out to Choco, I was just like, is Choco going to be down with something like this? Like, I don't know, this could be a bit controversial.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, and then Basic was like, no, Choco's cool as hell.
I literally messaged Choco, like telling like it was about ice, and then
yeah.
Choco was like, I remember exactly what you said. It was something along the lines of like, I'm so in or something. I don't know. It's something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, like that's an extra jump scare, right? Because you're basically just like, join my game jam. Also, so yeah, yeah, you're a real
we gotta kill this guy, Steven. Damn.
Huh?
Yeah, what'd you say?
Yes, it's just I was just referring to like a caricature meme whatsoever. No big deal.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no. I guess we're all. Yeah, you guys are real for that. I appreciate that you are done with like supporting my very angry video game.
Yeah.
So
Course,
yeah, I support the vision. Very.
It's affecting a lot of people, so like.
For sure.
Of course, I want to.
I don't want to be the one who stays silent in times like these. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All empires fall, after all. Exactly.
I want to be in the good side of history.
Yeah.
Because yeah, one of my main gripes with the video gaming industry is that there's not a lot of pointed political message games like this, and so I want to do my part at least to contribute to the broader literature of it.
Yeah, I mean, I will also say, like, if it weren't for you directing this, I probably would never make a politically charged game, because it's like, I just don't really do that.
Yeah, and I try to avoid all the cheesy stuff where it's like the cheesier, more direct reference things would just to be make like a comedy game where you like make fun of Trump or something. But no, this is for me deeper than just like individual figures. It's a systemic issue.
It's more raw. It's the emotion's more raw in this. It's less.
Yeah, definitely.
It's less like demonizing specific targets and stuff. It's just like it is a raw emotion that you're feeling and that you're expressing, and I think there's something beautiful about that.
Thank you.
Yeah, also the thing is, as much as I love political satire, all of these like mocking Trump mocking games or like politician mocking games, they're most often just like mid and then just for a short laughter. And I just don't really go more deep than that, which is kind of sad.
Right. So as Americans, like, we're specifically propagandized into thinking that we're some of the most revolutionary people that exist, and that just makes no goddamn sense, because like we are the top of the empire. Like we did a revolution a long time ago in order to establish a slave colony, and then we just we just made it a worse place. We made it a worse slave colony. So like for me, political satire is frustrating because we can make fun of people all day long. What's actually going to change things, right? And so there's this topic of political science called the monopoly of violence. So the United States government has the monopoly of violence. They're allowed to do unlimited violence to basically anybody. Like, there are very little consequences for American violence when it comes to what the government has deemed necessary. And yet we are told that when the government is being atrocious, that we have the right to rebel against it violently. And even our worst people here, even the people that are fighting for the wrong things, will tell us, you have to pick up a gun and oppose the United States government and fight them with the equivalent force, not less force, an equivalent force to the United States government. Unlimited violence, if you find that their actions are tyrannical. That's what we're told all our lives. And yet, when we get close to that, we're told, like, actually, no, all the violence that was ever necessary has already been done. And so I was like, that doesn't feel right. That's like a myth, basically. So it's just like, no, things do change when stuff burns to the ground, and that's sort of what I was saying. Like, there's definitely things that there's justices in the world that need to be opposed with violence, because that is the thing that is enacting the oppression. There's always unlimited violence. Like, the oppressor is never the initiator, or the oppressor never the initiator. By virtue of being oppressed, like, a violence has been done to them, and so self-defense is a necessary thing. And this is like a very long and complicated topic, of course, and it's very uncomfortable and for a lot of people to hear. But yeah, it's like, especially with all the stuff coming out of the US right now, how are you going to tell us that, like, for instance, with climate apocalypse, if the climate change crisis is literally going to, like, extinct most of the world, should opposing that not be considered self-defense, even if violently? You know, like, we're told we can't ask those questions, we can't act on those things, or else it makes us like, you know, they'll throw us in jail as a terrorist or something. But for the people that, like, literally are killing, like, tens of millions of people, those people aren't terrorists. They're simply just they're apparatuses that we take, like, for granted, I suppose. So yeah, it goes deeper than just ICE. It goes into like the genocide of Palestine, like all of these topics. They're so wrapped up together because they're all wrapped up in the petrodollar, in particular. Like, Syria was toppled because they started trying to deviate from the American dollar. For instance, I think it was Syria. I mean, there's so many places like that.
Iran was it? Well, there's like a million instances of independent country doing something that the United States government doesn't like, so they just overthrow it. It's like
exactly.
Countless examples.
Yeah, in Iran, it was in 1953. They installed Reza Shah, and then they were just like, "Holy fuck, Reza Shah is just like bulldozing our shit and like fucking up everything." And then a reactionary rose to power, and that's why it's in Iran. Iran has an Islamic Republic now because they were reacting to the American installation of a dictator. So our actions have so many consequences, and it's just like, yeah, I'm frustrated. Why isn't there like media that's just like, yo, actually, like, all of the political enemies we've been raised with, they're fighting for a reason. Like, every single soldier that steps out of U.S. soil onto foreign soil is killing a foreigner in their own home. And those people are always defending their own place. So it's like, this was born out of my frustrations from that. So, you know, without going into the entire history of U.S. empire, that is basically the nuts and bolts of it. So the name Burnkill is funny. Let's just say, Burnkill is a D&D character that I had, whose body was so hot that basically everything around them caught fire unless they were refrigerated in a specific suit of armor. And I just thought that the name Burnkill was funny because having to introduce yourself is like, what's your name? Burnkill. It's just like, that's so cartoonish. And I thought it was funny, so whatever, I'm applying it here. A demon figure skater fighting for her freedom by doing insurmountable violence against the agents of ice and empire that inhabits hell's lake bed of frozen oil. So yeah, that's, you know, you get it. If you didn't get it before, hopefully you get it now. So this is basically the credits, but, you know, created by me. Audio engineering, SFX, Death VA, music, Moonlight Burn by BASIC, additional Foley by SFX, or additional Foley SFX by HC1, cover art and ability icons by chocographix, and 3D environments by JonathanJogy. I'm going to go ahead and plug you here because if anybody's interested in chocographix work, that shit's awesome. I should also plug BASIC's music, but I didn't put it here because I'm a silly... Wait, no, here it is. Yeah. And then there's BASIC's OST. So yeah, this is mostly just a preface here, so yeah, let's get started, I suppose.
A decaying hell, frozen in black oil, steeped deep into its flesh. So only bloodthirsty beasts that gnaw on its corpse may drink the warmth of flames. The people here are captive, pierced by spears of ice and explosive hail. And the beasts that live here are only free to do as they please if it keeps the bodies cold. But sometimes a golden glint of sun hits the frigid moon, lighting just the right eyes of the stars that give brave souls a dream of fire.
Hell yeah.
It's not such a cool coffee, man.
Yeah. I think I did that read in one take as well. I think it was one take. So I'm glad that came out so well. I passed it to BASIC, and then and then you did all that stuff to it. So it's great. So this was actually the starting point for my idea phase. Like I wanted it to start with it tutorializing you by having you break out of a block of ice. I didn't manage to get the whole thing in there, but I was glad that I was able to get this in there. So yeah, you move. You have to like hammer on the joystick or whichever input device you have. And I'm sure Basic is cringing because because of the sound discrepancies here, but yeah, we were.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
I don't mind it.
Yeah. And then yeah.
Bro.
So I guess I'll explain as I'm playing here, but so yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of like, oh shit, hold on a second. Oh, I can't move my camera with my right joystick. What's going on? This is bad, actually.
That's a new one.
That's a new one. Oh my god, no! I did it to myself! Holy shit. Okay, well, I guess I could play like this for the time being. No. I'll change the control stick or to. So yeah, you can see that there's So again, more of my thought process here. When people talk about fascism, they're referring to, or it originally was the party of Benito Mussolini, right? Mussolini of the Italian Fascist Party were trying to revive like a dead empire in the Roman Empire. And so that's why fascists all have this sort of Roman iconography. In fact, the word fascism comes from the fasces, which is a Roman like ritual implement.
It's like this bundle of sticks with an X in it.
Yeah, exactly. Emblem of certified game breaker. Yeah, even for the game.
You even broke your own game.
Every time. I can't escape myself. But yeah, so when people talk about fascism, they don't really define it correctly. Usually, they usually just mean it to mean like a government that does a bunch of mean stuff. But its specific meaning is usually tied up in the idea of palingenesis, otherwise known as like they're reviving a lost empire, basically. So that's because the United States also uses a lot of these like Roman columns and these domes and stuff. I wanted it to be like sort of crumbling empire imagery, because since we're also doing a decline into fascism, I felt that it would be appropriate. The enemies are all actually based on the same base model as Burnkill, except I just stretched them into funny poses, basically. So the wolves are just like guys that run upright and have little additions to them. The hawks are the funniest one because they're literally, they still are the same, except I stretched their hands to be really big. So they look really cursed when you actually look at them.
They're flapping with their hands.
Yeah.
But it genuinely looks really convincing. It's like really strange.
Yeah. I mean, hey, like most vertebrates share a skeleton model, you could say.
Yeah.
So yeah, the goal is basically to and let me start actually dashing through stuff here. So yeah, we were Basic and I were chilling, and Basic was just like, this game is really cool. Could you add like hit stop? And I was like, oh, I guess I could. And then we just were like freaking the fuck out, just like, yo, holy shit, this is awesome. With the addition of hit stop, so we spent a lot of time fucking around with this. It relies on total stick control and look at bird until you look at it close. Yeah. So a lot of the juice came out of Basic just observing what I was doing, and then just like there needs to be sound here.
Yeah.
And yeah, so the goal is to get to a requisite amount of heat, and you get that by destroying all of the enemies and just doing as much violence as you can, breaking as much as you can. We sort of like we made this very last minute decision to make it 8 heat, but that sort of ended up being like way too much.
Yeah. Also, the amount of oppression that happens within the game itself is like, it makes it really tough to actually get to 8 heat. It's when there's so many things like happening at the same time, it's like Yeah, maybe that wasn't the best idea. At least for the jam version, I think.
Right. So let's see here. So basic. Why don't you walk through the music that you made for it?
The music?
Yes.
Yeah, I can talk about the music. Right, I made this. There's one song in the game. The combat song in the game. And it kind of just started as like a way for me to try and see if I can fit like the sort of chaotic nature of the combat mixed with the chaotic nature of, well, the literal, you know, US Empire and the actual theme of the game. I was just trying to find ways to add a lot of chaos and not a lot of like ground to like really sit on and lean on. Like there's a lot of. Also, is that?
Oh yeah. I seem to have actually updated or loaded up the post-gen patch, which might be why the thing broke. But sorry, you keep going. Keep going.
So I made it. I think a day. It was like the second to last day. I spent about 3 or 4 hours just working on the song itself. And then, yeah, I mean, I think it came out great when it comes to the actual chaotic nature. I tried to implement like little clips here and there of like people talking about like very specific theming that like fits with this as well. And it's also using some of Bonejack's like some of the lyrics that Bonejack wrote.
Oh shit. Yeah, I warped into the wrong place, and then yeah, it's hard to avoid, I guess.
Yeah, originally Bonejack was gonna do like a more punk-ish, like super, like I guess rock metal-esque, like screamo almost, like soundtrack, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
Which would have been cool too. I just kind of didn't want to do that for this game, specifically because I was a bit worried it would actually kind of drown out in just pure noise, and the message itself also wouldn't come across, which is funny. But,
sure. Yeah.
That was one of my main concerns with like a soundtrack like that. Even this, I'm like still a little like on edge whether or not like this is already too much stuff happening at once, and it's a bit hard to balance when like combat is so percussive in a way.
Yeah. One of the things that I observed was that because of basic sounds, like when you charge up a dash, it almost sounds like a cowbell. So so you're kind of contributing to the track as you're playing the game.
Yeah, there's a lot of like snappy transients in the sounds, and there's a lot of like emphasis on like each little detail. Not only because it is satisfying and like it's you know cool to listen to and you feel cool doing these things, but also because it's like important for player information. It's like the little things that matter, and yeah, it kind of plays into music. Funny enough, it wasn't really intentional, but it kind of just happened.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. Overall, though, I tried to find kind of a balance between like my normal, usual gritty soundtrack and electronic music, kind of bass music stuff. And one of my main inspirations for the more ambient pieces and the more like, I guess just like softer sides of the song as well were like pretty inspired by stuff like Lunasid, which is funny. I don't know, there's something about Lunasid's vibe that like I felt that just kind of resonated with this game as well. So I took that as an inspiration. I kind of like tried mimicking some of the processing that's happening in some of the tracks that Kira, the dev of Lunasid, and other wonderful games has made as well. So,
yeah.
I don't know. Very cool. Very cool stuff.
Yeah, hell yeah. Also, I do have to admire him. I like how he did the missile effects.
Yeah, it looks cool.
But as you can see, the Capitol building actually comes out of the ground at a certain heat level. and you just have to fight. You have to fight our Congress building, like our actual Congress building. Which is funny because I asked Jonathan. I was like, I need you to make me a building, and then they were like, okay. And then I sent them the building, and they're like, okay, what's this? Yeah, they're like, okay, what's this? And I was like, it's the U.S. Congress building.
It would have been. I have to put in a geography or like a geo-nerd pun here. Would have been funny if you said like, oh no, this is actually the Palau Congress building, because the Congress building of the island nation of Palau looks exactly the same.
Well, no.
It's just yellow.
Right. Yeah. So I guess it would have been obfuscated here. But yeah, as you can see, so for the very last thing that we did, we were trying to tidy up the sounds, except my brain wasn't braining right, and the wolves were having this issue where they basically would just come up to you and do nothing, or maybe they would attack once and do nothing. So there was a problem with my state machine, and it's because I actually copied the dog's state machine code for like attacking to use for the Capitol building, because I actually managed to get the boss in like the last 4 hours, like 4 to 6 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I copied that code, so I broke the dog's code. So I went back to the Capitol building and I went to the wolf's dog's code. It's confusing. We keep like switching between the terms. But I went to the dog's code, and then I changed it, which changed the Capitol buildings, which means it never actually goes to attack in the jam version. So the ending of the game is inaccessible. So when you attack the Capitol building, there's supposed to be like a bell on top. I didn't have enough time to make that super legible. I wanted it to be on a pin joint so that it actually like moves as you strike it. But every time you strike it, that's how you damage the Capitol building, and then those slides come up. So what they say is, in sequence, all empires burn, especially yours. Fuck oil, fuck hail, fuck ice, and then the ending of the game plays. So I guess I'll hit that now.
Yeah.
Actually, no. There's the fuck ice. And then...
Oh, there you go.
I love this transition. I love what you did with my logo.
Yeah.
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 Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah, because we were deliberating over like where the place of it should be and everything, and I was like, you know what, I can kind of animate this, and then I isolated your sparkles effects for that. So yeah, I wanted to make sure to special thank everyone. The proper version of the game inserts like Mr. Lapel and Liam, who couldn't make it to this jam, but also Cello, because Cello was too burnt out to actually help me during this. So what I was doing for this, I hadn't actually told Basic that I wanted this yet. I was like kind of nervous because, you know, it's raw, right? So I was like in my room and I'm like, okay, I messaged my roommate and I was like, if you hear me screaming down here, just like don't worry about it. And I like screamed into my mic so loud that there was like a ringing in my room. I was just trying to go all in, because, you know, that's how punk is, right? You can't process your emotions in any way but to just like put them on at full blast. So yeah, I think that go ahead.
No, it came out great. Man.
I always have to think of this one quote: art should disturb the comforted and comfort the disturbed.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of what I see. Yeah,
that's sort of what I was going for. I believe this does loop around to the title, but yeah, so oh wait, no, that was a pause. But no, super cool. Yeah, I sent you those files and then I was just like, okay, I await Basic's input just to see.
Yeah.
And then I sent you Choco the way that this ends here. So yeah, I feel good about it. I feel good about the project as like a meaningful thing. So definitely thank you all for helping.
Yeah, of course, man.
Instrumental,
Very
like
I'm glad you like are actually happy with the end result of the jam.
yeah, even without the boss being defeatable.
Yeah.
Next time you invite me to a game jam, please tell me a little bit more in advance.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
Yeah, I mean, okay, if you're offering, then sure. Like the moment that any of us need help, I guess. Like, yo, Choco, you wanna help us out again? Real quick, let me show
you're coming to me like this ant with the stick bag.
the stick bag.
If you know which. Yeah, it's like this ant with the bag on the stick.
Oh yeah. Let me see here.
Yeah.
I do want to say the model was like so fucking busted because I like grafted arms onto it all fucked up. But because of the way that the visuals are, you actually don't know how fucked up it is. So this is the trapped in the ice thing. The shoulders are just like, they're just not there, man. Like they're just, first of all, this is the resting pose. This sucked. This sucked having to deal with. Let's see. How do I, why is my thing not going? There we go. The shoulders, not rigged right. That's not correct. And then I had to animate the hair like individually, and then I started with the dog model. It's based on the what's it called? Oh, this is an updated dog, you could say. Where is the enemy dog model? It's not in my recents. Enemy model maybe? Burn kill is a mech. Yes. Yeah, here it is.
It's confirmed.
The animation goes crazy. Okay, this is an earlier version of it. This is fucked up. But yeah, these are all just the same like humanoid that I stretched out into weird ways.
This is so goofy. I love it.
Yeah, this is sort of inspired by an anime film called Jinro, where a military policeman kind of looks like this. Let's see. Here's the pig.
But this kind of also reminds me of Holt's Moving Castle, where the gods transform into these weird entities. During the end of the film.
Yeah. I was about to say that's a great anime. Yeah, here's the pig. Because of the way that these limbs are squashed, this is all fucked up. I basically was just like, whatever. They can look stupid. They're small. So this is their only animation. This is what they do. And then they just ram me with a spear. This is by far the most confusing enemy for people, unfortunately. So we're seeking to revisit that. Because we are planning on, we're currently in the works of making this into a full release for Steam.
Yes.
So we've gone completely back to the drawing board with a new project.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, Basic has like 1 million audio buses hooked up in Godot.
No, not that many.
This man can't be stopped.
Can't be. He's unstoppable. Okay, this is the placeholder for the hawk too. Yeah, I really want to show the hawk model because it's just funny. This shit's so cursed.
Yeah, I love this model. This model's so good.
It's so fucking cursed when you look at it, like in the editor, but like it looks fine. It looks fine in the thing from the shaders and everything. So this is when it's gliding towards you and shooting missiles, and then this is this thing. So yeah, that's the power of animation, I guess. This just looks natural. In the game, at least.
It's so crazy.
It's very crazy. It's just going. Also, another fucked up thing, the way that the missiles come at you like that, it's specifically inspired by a line that an American broadcaster said at some point, where there's like a missile trail going on, and then they say something along the lines of like, we're guided by the missile's beautiful glow or something. I don't know. It was some crazy shit like that. And then later, during the Gaza genocide, somebody made an AI gen slop book called like Under the Red Rocket's Glow or some shit. Actually, no. There's some Under the Rocket's Glow. Why did I say Red Rocket? That's what the fuck. Anyway, it's because the rockets are red in the broadcaster version. Anyway, so yeah. So like whenever missiles are being lobbed, you can kind of the trails come out, right? And I can't deny that it looks cool, but they're not being used for anything good. So, yeah, that was sort of my thinking there. But yeah, that's mostly it. There's a lot of spaghetti, as you will get with a project like this. But I suppose I should let's go ahead and I'm gonna wrap around and then do the. Is it escape? No. Okay, the game simply just cuts here, so I'm gonna reopen it. Because there is one last cutscene to look at.
Yes.
I guess I want to ask, because again, this is mostly like a me thing for everything. But how do you both feel like being part of this project? Like, what did you take from it?
You want to go first, Joko?
Sure. Actually, for me, the best part about this project is the message, because what I think is lacking in big 2026, and most people, most corporations, most whatsoever, is a spine. Many people don't have a spine to face the political reality and stand against it. So with a game like this, I mean, it's not that it's gonna be in the news and it's gonna make the world go all sunshine and rainbows again, but I'm glad to be participating into a project that really aligns with my values, and it's just like spitting to the face of the oppressor.
100%.
So yeah.
100%, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I feel very similar. I think it's important for my American friends to be to be safe and not scrutinized, you know, crazy. But yeah, overall, I mean, I just really, I just enjoyed the project. It was fun. I've been meaning to work with you, Bone Jack, for a little bit anyway.
Yeah.
So
I felt
this was
bad.
like,
Because it's like, yo, Bonejack, when are we going to do blank? And I'm just like, I really want to, Basic. I really want to. But
yeah, to me, this was like just also a good opportunity to connect a bit more and like also work with people that aren't like the same people I normally work with. From like a completely different side of the industry. And I think that is partially just as important as well.
For sure.
Yeah, it was very much just like a lot of it for me was trying to explore my boundaries and also just I don't know, just it was a vent, it was a distraction, it was like a bit of both, but it was emotionally fun.
Hell yeah. No, I definitely appreciated all of the great stuff, and like, it's like you know, when you are friends with somebody and when you like form bonds with people, it's always interesting to see how those bonds like react to certain situations, right? So I think working together was like, oh yeah, like this is a deeper thing than like how we've been hanging out for the past year.
Yeah.
So even that short amount of time, it was just like, yeah, that's valuable and a cherished memory for me for sure. So yeah, let me go ahead and get to your read actually, although I don't like to leave on such a pessimistic note, but like I said, it's part of the game's message, I suppose. So and there you see, we were debating, well, not debating. I was like, I sort of need like dog, like wolf, like hyena sounds. HC1 got these. I do think that they pulled off something that's like better than probably we were expecting of it, but we're not sure if it fits here. So that's what happens when you fail and you die. Just fade out the music here. There we go.
Hard as hell.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is the original ending, actually.
Until the next Moonlight fire.
Yeah.
I really hope this pops off when y'all make a real full game on Steam.
Right. So I did intend, yeah, that's the name of the game, yeah. So the name the name Moonlight Fire too is sort of specific. Like I do name things based on mouthfeel a lot. But a Moonlight Fire, in my internal rationalization, is that when you think of like a peasant uprising, you know, the rich people have gotten too rich, they're doing too much crazy shit, we gotta rise up against them. The phrase that comes out is always like torches and pitchforks, right? You don't use torches in the daytime, you know?
Yeah.
So my rationale is sort of like a moonlight fire is the fire of a torch during a peasant uprising. It's when people have had enough of whatever is happening so much that they have taken fire out into the night. And that's sort of what I was saying. Because obviously there, being caught and killed is an analog for being detained or being killed or being like basically clapped by the U.S. government.
Being killed is an analogy for being killed. Thank you,
okay, sorry, yeah. Yeah, but it's also the analogy for being caught by specifically the federal agency ICE, and they're not very scrutinizing. They've got quotas, and they don't have any oversight. So it's just like, I need to catch 10 brown people today. I'm not checking if they're a citizen. Like, they're doing that shit, and they're just cramming them into cells and stuff, and horrifying.
Yeah, very scary.
So
also, because you mentioned pitchforks and fire, I think it's a bad idea to run with open fire into a ocean of oil.
Oh yeah. Well, if you're gonna burn an empire to the ground that's built on top of oil, some things are gonna catch fire.
Deepwater Horizon.
Right. But yeah. So let me think here. This ends up. This is also sort of ended up like in a Pyre Horizon with Mike, which was also an oil-based political messaging game because he was down to help me with that as well. And shout outs to Mike for that. Let me think here. So do you have any other like insights that you have? Something that we wouldn't know unless you told us about them.
A low key? No, probably not.
Okay.
We discussed so much stuff between each other that I don't think so. I mean, my CPU is dying, I guess. That is something to.
Damn.
The FL project was like ridiculously expensive in terms of RAM and CPU, but it works.
Shit. Yeah, it's like I never have to. I've never considered like running into the physical limitations of my computer while just running an FL Studio project.
Yeah.
But I guess it is pretty computationally expensive.
Have you seen this man's project files? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I have. They should call you BUSIC because you got so many buses. All of them.
True. No, but yeah, I don't know. Genuinely, probably not really. I was pretty open out there. So.
Awesome. Hell yeah. Yeah. Well. All right. Thank you so much. Both of you, from the bottom of my heart.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me. Yeah. Thanks for having both of us. It was awesome. It's always fun to talk about this kind of stuff. I think talking about projects like that you've done together as like as a team, and then like looking at stuff retrospectively is I mean, it's just I think there's something really interesting about it in general.
For sure.
Yeah. Learning a lot about it. But
yeah, I wanted to get to this first. But I don't know. It's kind of cool that it's last two because we made a lot of new friends here at the jam. BIGMODE 26 is now wrapping up very shortly.
Yeah, a lot of cool games out there as well.
Although the voting period is slated to be extended, I don't know why they. I don't.
Oh really?
Well, they extended so that we can't change our project files, which is weird because like then why not just say the voting lasts until the streams?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
Very strange. But whatever, maybe we'll figure it out next time. Who's to say?
Yeah. Onto our next BIGMODE jam.
Yeah.
Just like the game.
Hell yeah. So I suppose. And also thank you to HC1 and JonathanJogy, who did contribute to this project, even if they couldn't be here the whole time, or even most of the time. Honestly, Jonathan was literally, and I guess I'll vouch for him. He was in the middle of a move, like a cross-continental move. So couldn't quite be all the way tapped in, but that also affected Twinkling Blimper, Mike's an elephant game. So. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff happening all at the same time, but it's also interesting to see what arises out of those specific situations.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, we'll be working on the game together. And Choco, if we ever need your help for that, then you know we'll give you a ring, I suppose.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. So yeah, until the next Moonlight Fire.
Yes. Go guys.
Yeah. Get some rest. Get some rest.
I need sleep, bro.
Yeah, it's 1:30 and I need to catch a train tomorrow at 8:45.
Yeah. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Holy shit. Okay.
Yep,
Good
I'm
night,
doing
everyone.
that
Good
right
night.
now.
Good night. Good night.
Good
Good
night.
Night.
Alright. See you, Bugjack.
See
Bye-bye.
ya. Hooray. We did it.